Surah An-Naml, which translates to the ant in English, is the 27th chapter of the Qur'an. This surah addresses various themes, including the concept of messengers, the consequences of disbelief, the stories of past prophets, the importance of gratitude, and the signs of Allah's creation. Here is a brief tafseer, interpretation, of some key themes and verses in Surah An-Naml. 1. The concept of messengers. Surah An-Naml highlights the concept of messengers, prophets, who were sent by Allah to convey His guidance to humanity. It emphasizes that the role of messengers is to call people to worship Allah alone and to follow His guidance. 2. The consequences of disbelief. The surah warns about the consequences of disbelief and disobedience to Allah. It mentions the outcomes of those who reject the guidance of God, including the loss of spiritual light and guidance. 3. The stories of past prophets. Surah An-Naml narrates the stories of several past prophets, including Moses, Musa, and Solomon, Suleiman. These stories serve as lessons in faith, wisdom, and the consequences of rejecting the message of God. 4. The ant's lesson in submission. The surah contains a notable story about Solomon, Suleiman, and the ant. When Solomon and his army approached an ant colony, he heard one ant warning the others to seek refuge in their homes to avoid being unintentionally crushed by the approaching army. This story highlights the importance of humility and submission to Allah, even in the smallest of creatures. 5. The importance of gratitude. Surah An-Naml underscores the importance of gratitude, shukr, to Allah for His blessings and favors. It mentions how those who are ungrateful will face consequences, while those who are thankful will be rewarded. 6. The role of guidance. The surah highlights the role of guidance provided by Allah and His messengers. It calls upon believers to follow the guidance and teachings of the messengers to lead a righteous and fulfilling life. 7. The power and signs of Allah. Surah An-Naml emphasizes the power and sovereignty of Allah. It invites people to reflect on the signs of Allah's creation in the heavens and the earth, such as the mountains, rivers, and animals, as evidence of His existence and creative power. 8. The importance of faith and prayer. The surah underscores the importance of faith, iman, and the worship of Allah. It encourages believers to remain steadfast in their faith and devotion to Allah, including the observance of prayer, salat. In summary, Surah An-Naml contains themes related to the concept of messengers, the consequences of disbelief, the stories of past prophets, the importance of gratitude, and the signs of Allah's creation. It serves as a reminder of the divine guidance provided by Allah through His messengers and the need for faith, gratitude, and submission to His will.